Welcome to tonight's True Crime Sleepover, where we toggle between watch-face reviews and felony timelines like it's totally normal. Grab a Nutter Butter, silence your Fallout ringtone, and buckle in. We're deep-diving the newly released neighborhood cam from the King/Queen Road Bermuda Triangle. Yes, we'll fight about the street name because obviously that's the hill to die on. On deck, a white Elantra doing anxious laps between 3:30 and 4:20 a.m., a DoorDash driver wandering with a flashlight like a side quest, and that 417 bark/whimper/thud audio you absolutely should not play twice, so naturally we will. We'll peek at the blurred photos everyone's mad about because ethics versus clicks is our favorite cage match, reenact the king versus queen address discourse, and lovingly roast creator drama without saying anyone's name rhymes with burnt popcorn. Ground rules. We separate receipts from rumors, no doxing, no harassing witnesses, and if we speculate we label it like a big neon, this is a guess. Smash like at the end, not during the thud, and please keep your we know but can't say it here energy to a minimum. This isn't Patreon After Dark. Alright, trigger warning engaged. Roll the tape. Detailed description of the livestream. What this stream was. A late-night, loosely moderated true crime livestream focused on the University of Idaho homicide case, prompted by the day's release of security camera footage from the King/Queen Road area and newly surfaced, blurred/redacted, crime scene photos. The host, Britt, ran the show with frequent drop-ins from co-hosts, Craig, Reality, Stubbs, and an active chat. The tone swung between casual hangout, app talk, shout-outs, inside jokes, and intense reaction to the new material. Vibe and pacing. Start, casual, sleepy energy, audio hiccups, side chat about the Facer Watchface app, Fallout/Doom nostalgia and members' milestones. Pivot to case, late night deep dive. They plan to watch the newly released neighborhood camera footage, host cites News Nation's upload, and discuss leaked photos. Throughout, frequent membership plugs, shout-outs and digressions, fires in CA/AZ/NM, personal errands, bathroom breaks, mic tests, amid the case talk. People on mic/in chat. Host, Britt, drives the timeline, runs the clips, reacts emotionally. Co-hosts, Craig speculates boldly, audio tinkering, Reality and S-Dubs react, add context. Periodic audience panel invites. Chat regulars, Sam, Crama clips, Ben, Mandy, Ella, et al. Who feed links, timestamps and theories. What they watched and said. 1. The neighborhood camera video, approximate 3:30 to 4:20 a.m. November 13, 2022. Multiple passes by a white sedan the hosts assume is BK's Hyundai Elantra. They track passes at 3:38, 3:40, 3:56 to 3:58. 4:06, 4:07, etc. DoorDash segment. A driver arrives 3:46, appears to wander with a flashlight and leaves 4:00. The host initially claims the police summary contradicts the video, then rewatches and retracts, acknowledging the Elantra does re-enter while the driver is still there 3:56 to 3:58, but says the driver didn't mention seeing it. 4:17 to 4:20 audio. The mic picks up a sustained bark, then muffled voices/whimper, then a loud bang, more than a thud. The panel reacts strongly. Some believe it's Xana's voice and that the dog Murphy was outside. Others note another creator thought the bark might be a different neighborhood dog. Everyone agrees the bark sounds like an alert/agitated bark. 2. The leaked photos, blurred/redacted. They debate ethics versus news value. Ultimately show a few TV screenshots, boots by a bed, snowy patio footprints, alleged kitchen window handprints. The host repeats, won't show anything graphic, acknowledges family's opposed release. Handprints, speculation about whether they're inside/outside, child-sized or unrelated, possible powder from processing. Footprints in snow, noted as visible on a patio. 3. Address confusion, King versus Queen Road. Chat hair splits the addressing. The host insists the house address FOIA'd as Queen Road, plays a police body cam where an officer radios 1122 Queen Road, and uses that to clap back at an online critic. They also distinguish King Road as the nearby street where Jack D. lived. For DoorDash driver credibility. They play/comment on a 2024 DUI bodycam clip in which a woman says she must testify in the college girl's murder, and claims she parked right next to Brian. The panel questions her accuracy given the timeline and video, her reported intoxication in that clip, and her lack of specific detail. The chat surfaces contradictory bits from reports versus video, e.g., tan versus SUV, exact parking. The host corrects herself where the video disproves earlier assumptions. 5. Police interview/investigation takeaways. They play an interview with Moscow PD's Chief Dolinger after BK's plea. Highlights they latch onto. DNA on the knife sheath lab genealogy FBI assist. No evidence BK was surveilled during the cross-country drive. His name came later. He wore gloves, discarded trash in others' bins, walked outside very early a.m. Devices were routinely wiped, but cell site data matched prior warrants. The chief emphasizes collaboration and family impact, avoids declaring a target. 6. Noise complaint bodycams from August/September 2022. They rewatch prior bodycam at the house with Kaye and a separate clip with Xana, remark on how small rooms were where cars parked and how cops warned about citations. They note a cop taking Kaylee's number, explained as for dean/student conduct follow-up. Emotional reactions seeing victims alive months earlier. Ongoing claims and speculative threads made on stream. Multiple attackers. Craig repeatedly asserts one person couldn't inflict that many lacerations in 12 minutes, suggests 2 to 4 men and calls it an operation. Targeting rationale. Repeatedly floats that the 4 deceased had just left sororities/fraternity, and Ethan allegedly removed from Sigma Chi for grades, whereas survivors were still active. They hint at this as meaningful but refuse to spell it out. We can't say yet. DoorDash angle. Several moments toy with a deal gone wrong, or the driver looking for someone theory because she stood outside 15 minutes. Murphy the dog. Claims he befriended or was outside, based mainly on bark timbre and door status. Eyebrows ID. Skepticism that bushy eyebrows would be the standout descriptor. Miscellaneous. Hints about someone named Brent Kaye. Accusations toward other creators and general suspicion of official timelines. Where the host corrected herself. The biggest correction. After rewatching the 356 to 358 segment, the host admits the Elantra did pull in while the DoorDash driver was present, walking back the earlier the cops are lying moment. Ethical tempo. The streamer voices sympathy for families and reluctance to show graphic images, but still shows non-graphic crime scene frames from TV. The chat plus panel oscillate between empathy and speculative leaps about survivors, neighbors and the driver. Tonight's breakdown isn't here to hug your favorite theory, it's here to stress test it. We'll separate receipts from rumor, flag where the stream slid from to overconfident nonsense, and note anything that veered into unethical or to as iffy territory. 3 rude questions guide every claim. What's the source? What's the quote? What's the alternative? Compassion for victims, 0 patience for innuendo. If an assertion can't survive a pause and rewind, it doesn't make the final cut. Buckle up. Feelings not consulted. 1. Heavy speculation presented with a confident tone. Much of the stream rides on conjecture. Multiple attackers organized operation, DoorDash deal, sorority/frat exit as motive, without concrete sourcing. Hints like, we can't say it here, invite innuendo while shielding the claims from scrutiny. That's entertaining, sure, but it's not responsible true crime coverage. 2. Evidence handling is selective and fluid. When the host first read a police write-up against the video, she declared it wrong, then rewatched and retracted. Credit for correcting, but the initial police are lying posture came before a careful frame-by-frame. This pattern, declare then verify, repeats around the dog, the driver, the timeline and the bushy eyebrows skepticism. 3. Conflating weird with probative. 15 minutes of a driver wandering, a deep bark, ambiguous handprints. These are curiosities, not proof of collusion. The stream repeatedly elevates oddities into implicating suggestions. Without corroboration, this drifts toward confirmation bias and risks unfairly maligning non-public figures, e.g. the driver. 4. Ethical whiplash on sensitive material. The host states she won't disrespect families and decries leaks, yet still amplifies leak-derived imagery, even if blurred, and parses those images for narrative value. That's a line many responsible creators won't cross, especially same day the family's objections are referenced. 5. Tone management problems. Shifting from graphic-adjacent audio to jokes, app chatter, bathroom breaks, and creator drama, burnt popcorn, undercuts gravity. It reads more like a membership-driven hangout than a careful review of evidence. 6. Legal and safety risks. Suggesting unnamed co-conspirators attributing motive to private organizations, or implying a civilian witness sought a deal, can veer into defamation or harassment territory. The stream would benefit from stronger editorial guardrails. We can't verify this. Don't contact/private message these people. Treat this as unconfirmed. 7. Missed best practices. A sober approach would separate known facts with citations/timestamps from speculation. Avoid replaying traumatic audio without clear repeated content warnings. Decline to display leak-based photos altogether out of respect. Refrain from theorizing about survivors' actions or private citizens' motives. Summarize what's established in filings versus what's YouTube lore. Bottom line, if you love the host style, you got the trademark mix: raw reactions, crowdsourced sleuthing, and marathon riffing. If you're not a supporter, it's a case study in how quickly speculation can outrun the record, with occasional course corrections that don't fully fix the drift. TLDR of the stream's actual takeaways. The neighborhood cam shows multiple Elantra passes and a DoorDash arrival 3:46, with the car returning while the driver is present, 3:56, 3:58. The 4:17 to 4:20 audio is intense, bark, muffled voices/whimper, loud bang, triggering strong reactions. The panel debates handprints, footprints, and whether the dog was outside. No consensus. The host acknowledges families didn't want images released, yet still discusses TV-aired frames. Extended speculation on motive, number of attackers, and DoorDash remains unsubstantiated. A police interview segment reinforces DNA chain, device wiping, and no early cross-country surveillance claim. Old body cams, Kaye, Xana, add context to the house and prior police contact but don't resolve new questions. A few things were dead on, but several claims were wrong or overconfident. Here's a quick fact check of the biggest ones. Clearly incorrect or misleading. It's Queen Road, not King Road. You can't FOIA anything under King Road. The house where the murders happened is officially 1122 King Road. It sits at the corner where the driveway connects to Queen Road, which causes confusion and even pops up in radio chatter. But property records, university releases, and virtually all official documents use King Road. The DoorDash driver was 15 minutes early. The delivery is documented at about 4 a.m., Idaho Statesman lists 3:59 a.m. The newly released neighbor video shows she was in the area a bit before that looking for the address, which explains seeing her earlier on camera. It doesn't mean the drop-off was 15 minutes early. Murphy, the dog, was outside/followed the killer out, 99.9% sure. The probable cause affidavit says a nearby camera captured barking and a thud around 4:17 a.m., and that Murphy was found later in a bedroom when police arrived. The audio doesn't prove the dog was outdoors. Calling that 99.9% sure isn't supported. All four victims had just left their sororities/fraternity. Ethan was booted from Sigma Chi for grades. There's no credible sourcing for that. Public on-the-record bios list Madison Mogan and Xana Kernadal as Pi Beta Phi members and Kaylee Goncalves as Alpha Phi. Ethan Chapin was a Sigma Chi member. No reliable outlet reports he was expelled for grades. Speculation presented a bit too strongly. He didn't act alone, maybe 2 to 4 men. That's speculation. The case, plea, and sentencing are for one defendant, Brian Kohberger, and authorities haven't alleged other assailants. It's fine to wonder, but stating it like a near certainty overreaches. The DoorDash driver lied about seeing him. There is a 2024 bodycam clip where a woman who says she's the driver claims she parked right next to Kohberger, and new footage shows the Elantra briefly pulling in behind her car while she was there. Saying she definitely lied goes too far. Inconsistent with the timeline is fairer. To their credit, the hosts partially corrected themselves after rewatching. blue powder / rolled $2 bill found at the house. If that detail exists, it isn't in the widely cited documents and coverage released after sentencing. I couldn't find a reputable source confirming it. Treat as unverified. Things the hosts had right. Guilty plea and sentencing. Koberger pleaded guilty in July 2025 and received 4 consecutive life sentences without parole. Video release. The Idaho Statesman published the 1112 King Road security video, the neighbor's camera, on August 6, 2025, and other outlets mirrored it. House demolition. The 1122 King Road house was demolished on December 28, 2023, despite objections from some families. Here's what crossed the line or skirted it during the stream, based on the transcript you shared. 1. Unfounded accusations about private people. Repeatedly implying the DoorDash driver was in on it, there for a deal, or lied, plus speculation about her sobriety and past without evidence. Floating that surviving roommates or multiple unnamed men were involved. 2 to 4 attackers operation, as if likely not clearly labeling it as speculation. Harassment / targeted digs. Personal jabs at other creators, burnt popcorn, losers, stream snipers, and calling hikers stupid. Naming and dissecting Hunter Johnson's appearance / mental state, a non-public figure, after saying he found victims. 3. Trauma content handled questionably. Playing the 4:17 a.m. whimper / thud audio multiple times. 1 trigger warning was given, but it was still sensationally replayed and analyzed. Showing / discussing leaked crime scene photos even blurred, while acknowledging families didn't want them out. For privacy and safety gray areas. Pinpointing the exact location of the neighbor's camera and re-highlighting the house location. Given the history of gawkers, that's not great. Speculating about students' drug use, blue powder rolled $2 bill, and a victim being booted from a fraternity, unverified and invasive. 5. Reckless rhetoric. Violence. Why banter, you dogs? Slow you down enough for me to pop you with a hole. Not illegal but unnecessary and tone-deaf in a murder discussion. We know but can't say here / on Patreon teases. Encourages rumor-mongering and off-platform pile-ons. 6. Tone / monetization mismatch. Frequent membership / super chat pushes during the most disturbing segments. That timing comes off as exploitative. 7. Overconfident claims later walked back. Declaring the police timeline wrong before rewatching, then self-correcting. Good that they corrected, still the initial certainty was premature. Here's the drama that came up. Creator beefs and shout-outs. Praise for perplex cutie Laura, having my back, thanks to Center, Jonesoning and the Jerks, digs at stream snipers, and a recurring slam on another creator nicknamed Burnt Popcorn. Mentions of other channels, Criminality, Drunk Turkey Show, Truth and Transparency / Lana, and asking Chronicles of the Shady to clip a moment. Address fight King vs. Queen Road. The host used a police radio clip saying 1122 Queen Road to dunk on critics who say it's King Road, turning it into a mini creator war moment. Media / host feuds. Annoyance at Nancy, likely Nancy Grace, for saying BK went inside the house the day before. Side eyes at various outlets over what they aired or how they framed things. DoorDash driver controversy. Chatters and hosts questioned her credibility after a DUI body cam clip surfaced, argued whether she lied, stood around for 15 minutes or parked next to BK, lots of back and forth and heat. Leaked photos debate. Ethical spat over showing blurred, crime scene images despite families' wishes. Tension between news value and respect. Police timeline pushback. Host briefly accused cops of misrepresenting the video timing, then rewatched and walked it back. Still, it added to the who's telling the truth drama. Speculation scuffles. Claims of multiple attackers, sorority / fraternity cult talk and drug rumors, fueled chat arguments and creator-side shade. There are a few spots that could trip platform rules, especially on YouTube. Likely problem areas, TOS / community guidelines. Harassment / bullying of private individuals. Repeatedly implying the DoorDash driver was in on it, drunk or lying, picking apart a local's Hunter Johnson's appearance / mental state, speculative jabs at surviving roommates. That's targeted negativity toward non-public figures, which YouTube flags under harassment/cyberbullying, especially when it could incite pile-ons. Sensational handling of a violent event. Replaying the 4:17 a.m. whimper/thud audio and scrutinizing blurred crime scene images. This isn't automatic removal, but it can trigger age restriction/limited ads if deemed shocking or exploitative. Violent rhetoric. Quips like, "Slow you down enough for me to pop you with a hole." Not aimed at a specific person, but still violent language that can get videos age restricted or limited. Rumor/conspiracy promotion that targets people. Floating multi-attacker operation cult talk about Greek life, and a deal gone wrong with the driver. Naming or implying real people, edges toward content that can lead to harassment. A moderation risk even if not a strict policy category. Probably fine but with caveats. Cursing, creator beefs and criticism generally allowed if not targeted harassment. Discussing news/leaks allowed but graphic content equals age gating risk. Membership/super chat asks allowed. The timing during traumatic material just looks tacky, not to us breaking. Bottom line. Based on the transcript alone, I'd expect harassment/cyberbullying and sensitive events, reviews, age restrictions/limited ads at minimum. The safest fixes. Don't name or armchair accuse private people, label speculation clearly, minimize replay of distressing audio and avoid violent quips. This stream wanted to be a forensic breakdown and a pajama party at the same time, so it mostly did neither. 1 minute it's let's responsibly analyze evidence. The next it's bathroom breaks, watch face apps and creator beefs. Pick a lane. If you're doing true crime, maybe don't pivot from a victim's last known audio to smash that join button. It's jarring and not in the we found a new lead way. The evidence talk. Way too much declare first, verify later. We got confident pronouncements, police timeline is wrong, dog was outside 99.9%, followed by grudging rewatches and soft walkbacks. That's content boomerang, not analysis. Also, treating 15 minutes of a delivery driver looking confused like it's the Rosetta Stone of conspiracy, come on. Eyebrows aren't probable cause and a flashlight isn't a plot twist. Ethically, it dipped into the we respect families lane then immediately swerved to amplify leaked images. Blurred, sure, still exploitative. Replaying distressing audio multiple times with color commentary was rough. And implying private people were in on it, or part of an operation without receipts. That's how you earn a friendly visit from the platform moderation fairy. What should have been done differently, aka how to make this watchable and responsible. Separate facts from fanfic. On screen. Use a simple lower third. Fact versus speculation. If it's a vibe, not a source, label it. Verify before you viral. Do the frame-by-frame off-stream, then present the clean timeline. Corrections are good. Fewer preventable ones are better. Stop naming/accusing private people. No more the driver lied, X was booted, they were in a cult, etc. If it's not in reliable docs, it's not in your mouth. Trauma-aware content for real. One clear trigger warning, then play it once, max. No slow-mo whimper replays. No leaked crime scene stills, even blurred. Link to mainstream reporting if you must, don't project it. Pick a tone and keep it. If the segment is heavy, save the membership pitch and gadget banter for the end card. Respect the moment. Add a what we don't know slide. 5 bullets. Keep it updated. Viewers love clarity. Rumor mills do not. Publish sources plus timestamps. A pinned comment or description with timestamps to each clip and the exact claims they support. No sources? Then it's speculation, label it. Moderate your own chat like adults. Pin rules. No doxing, no harassing witnesses/survivors, no contacting people. New creator-on-creator harassment. Boring and risky. Stop geeking out over camera placement. Don't redox the neighborhood. Nearby camera angle is enough. Bring in a sober second voice. Not a co-host hyping theories. An actual subject matter adult. LE procedure, forensics, media ethics. Who can say nope. Monetization hygiene. If it's about a murder timeline, kill the mid-crisis, smash like, hustle. Do a brief, tasteful outro, ask. Live. Retire the Patreon we know but can't say tease. That's not journalism, that's rumor merch. Either you can substantiate it or you can zip it. Do those and you've got a tighter, safer, more credible show. Keep doing what you just did and you've got a community guidelines piñata swinging over your head. Blindfold optional. And that's that. We walked through what's on tape, what's only in people's heads, and what never should have made it to air. Quick reminders as we land this plane. Facts is not equal to theories. Everything labeled speculation stays that way until sourced. Do not contact or harass any private individuals mentioned. Don't be that person. We cut leaked images and repeated trauma audio on purpose. Respect clicks. If we missed something with receipts, drop it in the comments with a source and we'll correct in the next pass. When new records drop, we'll update the timeline and keep the fact/speculation labels on screen so you can follow along without guesswork. If this helped, stick around for the next breakdown, and remember, curiosity is good. Certainty without evidence is just fan fiction.